All right, welcome back. It'll be just a few seconds, but we're going to have a guest tonight that's coming on to share some updates and experiences. So before we get to that, I want to also let you know that we do have two Facebook group pages: Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, Antlers, and surrounding areas. Also, Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman and Son, WOMBMAN, and Son Center Database. That is on Facebook. So we have a guest tonight that we're going to get a hold of in just a second. She's a grandmother that's having a few disturbances. So let's get her on the line and then we'll begin.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Uh-oh.
Please check the number and dial again.
All right. Let me make sure I got that right. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to go to YouTube. Messenger. Make sure I got it right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I actually called the wrong number. So, but we should be good now.
Hello.
How you doing, April?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Just getting everything in order for tonight, and I was already kind of introducing and letting people know that you were going to share some information with us, and I think we'll just pretty much start there. But can you actually give us a like an update on any activity that you might have, or where you first noticed any activity?
Yeah. Well, it all started like when my mama got cancer. We found out she had cancer, and I started noticing. Well, actually, it goes back to when I was little. I have things that happen. I know now. That's what it is. But I started noticing when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, like I could see them more, like the orbs and stuff. It started first, the different colored orbs. Like it started with white orbs, and they go like to a blue color, green, and I've seen all different colors, orange, red. The red ones was when it really gets scary because you see crazy stuff when they get up to the red color. But I just started seeing like the actual beings in August of last year, of 2021. My mother, I had to go to Bill County, Alabama, to stay with her, and she was on hospice and everything. And I noticed her dog would start acting crazy and would go around the perimeter of the yard, like in a panic, barking at stuff I couldn't see at first. And I'd hear rocks hitting her barn out in front of her yard. And then later on that evening, the dog ran under the house, like in a panic, to hide. And that's when this being stepped out from behind a tree. I measured it later. He had to be all of 17 foot tall. He was like double. I have a brother. He's 6'9". He was double the size of my brother. Just I've seen him have black hair all over him and shades of reds. There's one. He's probably about 15 foot tall. From the measurements I've measured, he don't have the hair on him. He's more human, like looking like us, the skin and all. But his hair is more like the hair he has on top of his head is more like I compare it to the regalia hats, like the Chickasaw wear, the like that on top of his head, kind of like an afro or something.
Yeah, those roaches.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about whenever you're talking about 17 footers and 15 footers, and
yes.
a lot of people don't understand that they get the 7 footers. They get the pretty gremlin film.
Yeah.
Yeah, the small one.
Yeah.
And
I've seen the really giant ones. I know it's one. My brother measured it because he's so much taller than me. He had to be 20, 21 foot.
yeah, those are the ones we prepare people for.
Yes, that's then that's what I wasn't prepared for. Seeing one that big, just for my first time seeing one, that just really, I like to have a heart attack. Scared me to death.
It is. That's why we tell people prepare for those 20 footers. Prepare for the most gruesomest, most vicious, most snarlingest. We want people prepared for that before they see something like this.
Yeah, just it's crazy. But then my grandson came and stayed with me up there, and he come running out of the bathroom talking about a hairy man was outside the bathroom window talking to him. And that's when I really started panicking because the sheer terror on his face. And, he's about 5 years old. So, a 5-year-old can't just make up something like that.
No, he was telling you the truth.
Yeah.
And when children tell us, we listen to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we never question a child like, maybe you've seen something else. We say, where was it? How big was it? What did it look like? How many were there? Because they're never alone.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them because that's just the Bill County area. I live in Marengo County, Alabama. I grew up in Clark, and Choctaw County is just 20 minutes away from me. Where those pictures, last pictures I sent you was actually the Tombigbee River. I think I told you the Alabama River, but it was actually the Tombigbee.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I got that. I had accidentally put Alabama in, but it was the Tombigbee, and more and more people are just seeing them. Now people, the sheriffs, game wardens are coming out, and it's crazy.
It is, and we've seen an increase here also.
Wow.
But like at our place, they avoid us and they go around to the neighbors. We don't leave food out. We don't have pets. We don't take, any kind of food out there. When a raven tries to land in the yard, we make sure we make eye contact and make sure it leaves. We do all the deterrents and things like that for this area. We let it know that there was one night, we were just kind of getting settled in, and we heard the disturbance outside, the movement. There was a washing machine that it put its hand on, and that pop or that bump.
Oh yeah, I've heard that from the tree pop.
Yeah, they put their hand on that washing machine and it popped down and up. So we knew that they were out there. That's when we hit the alarm. And then the next day, a neighbor came by. We took a ranger and went all through the wooded area as far as the property.
Yeah.
So we let them know we heard you. So we're coming out to see who you are, where you're at.
Yeah.
So they've been keeping their distance now. I mean, they know that we know. So.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of cave systems and stuff people don't know about around here, and especially Clark County, like 20 minutes south of me, where they're being really seen now. And I've been telling people, look, because all this land at one time was Choctaw and Creek owned. All these 5 counties is Choctaw, Washington, Clark, Marengo, and Wilcox counties. At one time was Mississippi Territory.
Yeah,
that's what it was called. They wasn't part of Alabama.
Yeah.
And then later on became part. But there's all kinds of cave systems up and down these rivers that I have been in. And I think that may be kind of where they live at or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they may kind of congregate there, but they sleep anywhere they want to, really.
Okay.
They will sleep out in that pasture, outside the house.
Yeah.
They don't. There's nothing that's going to try to sneak up on a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So they're going to sleep wherever they want, wherever they're.
Yeah.
So let's not think that they're leaving at night or.
Oh, I know that. It's like now, crow just came in, calling and stuff and flying to the yard.
Yep, that crow is saying somebody's here. There's food here. So you have to, make sure that you look at that crow and eyeball it until it leaves, or throw a rock at it.
Okay.
Let it know that you know that it's spying.
Okay.
The same way with the owl.
Oh yeah, definitely. I forgot that part too when I seen that 17-footer. It was an owl I seen and heard before I seen him.
Yeah, they were communicating. That owl was communicating and saying, "There's food over here."
Yeah.
The owl can't take you down, but it does get to eat with the Bigfoot.
Okay.
So those owls and ravens, wolves, those are all hunters for the or spotters for the Bigfoot.
Okay.
You got to get them away from you. Get them out of there. Let them know.
All right.
Pellet.
Sure, we'll be doing that.
Yeah, even pellet guns. Shoot it. Now, when you shoot them, like a crow or something, shoot it in the rear end.
Okay.
Because you want it to fly away and die. You don't want it to die right there.
Okay.
You don't want something coming in and trying to eat it, and so let it hit it in the back, let it fly away and do its thing, and they'll eat it that far away, but they'll also get a message. These people have weapons. They know how to shoot a raven in the rear. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You gotta let them know you are not prey.
All right.
And also, you need to get your family together and the groups, whoever you can get, and y'all have a serious discussion about this, because we got them here. Every place that we've been to, people have them.
Yeah.
And they're man eaters, and they will take kids.
Yeah, that's what worries me the most, because I've seen them watching my grandchildren. That really.
Yeah.
That's why I started like getting the brush back out of my, like where I could see more into the woods and stuff.
Yes, good. And listen to those children, because they'll spot them quicker than you will.
Oh yes, definitely.
You hear that bird that's chirping up there?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to pay attention to.
See if there's another bird that's going to answer.
Okay.
Like in tracking, we say, hear a bird, find a bird. Because they will.
It was another one that just answered.
There you go. They're talking to each other. Those are Bigfoots.
Okay.
You're going to hear they're distinctive. That one will still sound like that one, and that one will still sound like that one.
Yeah.
One of them will get close to your house. The other one's spotting while the other one moves in.
Okay.
You're going to hear one close. The best thing to do is sneak up to your window and look with one eye out, and then go in front of your window, and that lets them know that you're there looking for them. And they'll back off.
Okay.
And then you're going to hear that chirp go away, or it's going to get quiet for a little while. And then it's going to back up when it knows you're looking for it.
Yeah, I just got one out of my yard. He just flew out.
There you go. And there's the quietness. There we go.
Yep. that. I should thank you for that.
Yeah, we go through this and we know these techniques and we know what to listen for.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, be aware of those birds. Hear a bird, find a bird.
Okay.
Now, how is we got a blood moon coming up, and these things are real active during blood moons.
Yes, that's what I've noticed because the activity has really started picking up, like within the past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And cause that's what I've been doing. Is I putting making sure my lights are around the porches, work good and stuff like that. Because I noticed they don't like lights at all.
No. And if you got game cams, you want them pointed about the last bit of light that you possibly have.
Yeah.
You need to go out, at least a couple more yards and face that trail cam towards your house, not from your house out.
Okay.
So that it's spawning that light's all on your house if they come out. They don't want to get in that light.
Yeah.
That's a deterrent.
I've noticed that.
Also, your ambush spots, your outside sheds, your cars, things like that. Those are ambush spots because they know that you're not going to go all the way around that car and they can get in that little corner. And they also know how to open doors. So if always lock your doors behind you, always close doors. If you go in, close the door.
Okay.
Every door in your house should be closed.
Okay.
So that there's no free walking around. You know if there's a noise in that room or not.
Oh, yeah.
And teach the children the same thing. Close that door so we don't let anything in that we don't, might not be able to see come in with us.
Okay.
But yeah, we need to get a group together of trusted people right now and let everybody know this is a serious matter because people do disappear.
Yes.
And there's many missing people and we don't want any missing people, so we want everybody to know. Let's get on the same page. Let's step up and acknowledge that we got things here.
Okay, I sure will.
That's the only way that you're ever going to have the help that you need when it comes down to it. And you need that high-powered weapon. You also need, if you got a shotgun, you need slugs.
Okay.
You need to make sure you have no hollow points. Those things just bounce off.
Okay.
And if you got to shoot, you're shooting at the eyes inward because the skull is on the inside. The brain part is on the inside. So you want to shoot inward when you're shooting to the eyes.
Okay.
Also underneath the underarms, if you can get underneath there, they're soft. The buttocks and the groin area, those are all kill shots. The only quick ones are the headshots and through the lungs, but the buttocks and the groin, they will still die, but they will go somewhere else to do that, and then they have to deal with the other ones who are hungry while this one's dying. So they face pretty much the same thing as they would do with somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that. If I had to shoot them, where I needed to do that at.
Yeah, and the spirituality part of it is they're not supposed to break that threshold. You're supposed to break it for them. You're supposed to come out. You're supposed to bunker down in that house, make sure your windows are closed. Now, when the storms come, when the rain comes, there's a group called and it's in this DVD. All this I'm sharing is also in this DVD. But there's a group called Thunder and Lightning. Now, when it's raining, you may just be getting rain, but there will be flashes. And like trackers say, hear thunder, find thunder. See lightning, find lightning.
Okay.
Because there are creatures like there are even some called earthquake.
Oh, wow.
And that's the ones that stomp on the ground or rumble, you know. Then you got some that are called thunder, and they do the same thing, and they make that rumbling sound. And then the lightning ones, they sound like lightning with that sound.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not hearing if these Bigfoots, these groups, if you hear these groups around your home, these are very dangerous and vicious. They only get to come out during this time, and they have to be forced back in because they love to take and eat people at this time.
Okay, how do you force them back in?
No. They have a force person.
Okay.
They have one that forces them back in.
Okay.
But you have to weather through that storm. Make sure you're, because they're going to try to lift that tin roof up. They're going to try to, throw a tree on your house. And also they will bend and break trees so it'll look like a downed tree in the morning. But that's a blind. They want you to come out, and they're behind that blind waiting on you.
Okay.
So be careful with that. Make sure you got people out there. If you got trees down, you want people out there, brothers, whatever, weapons and chainsaws, and get it taken care of quickly.
Okay, I sure will. I'll be checking that.
Yeah, and watch for these things after the storms too.
Okay.
And that when you hear that cracking of the trees, they're just setting up blinds and getting ready. They're doing whatever they can to get you to maybe try to run to a shelter or something. They want you to come outside.
Okay.
So bear in that home with it. Keep your weapon.
I sure will.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
And we also need you to teach your children a little backwards.
Okay.
Well, what I mean is, to have them, like, if I wave my hands, like if I'm going back and forth, like hands waving in front of my hand, like you would say, "Hey, I'm over here," kind of thing. That means come here, not with your hands stretched out, pulling your fingers towards that person, like come here.
Yeah.
Because the Bigfoot watches that, and when it sees you do that and that child comes to you, it's going to use that same whatever work to get that child to come to you. It's learning.
Okay.
So teacher.
Another thing, somebody told me that they spoke an ancient Aztec language that the Bigfoot do.
Well, it has. Well, we just haven't been taught that we can communicate also with our minds.
Okay.
But people have proved that before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these Bigfoot, these predators can also, through what we call mind speak, can communicate. So it's like any language.
Okay.
Whatever language they can communicate that way.
Okay.
So when people say that they hear voices or people talking, these creatures just, especially when there's like a whole bunch of voices people are hearing all at once.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a whole bunch of mind speak with different Bigfoots because this person's open to this.
Yes, I've heard that outside of my house before.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of people. I've heard of that myself.
Yeah. And that's them right there.
And actually, another thing, I was walking out to feed my mom's dog one time, and I got to like a mimosa tree, and it felt like it was like I was zapped by something, like my whole body shook.
Yeah.
And something told me to turn around and go back in the house and lock the door, and I did.
Whenever you have that feeling, or if you ever sense that, do exactly what you are told to do.
Okay.
And also, your body has feelings. So your body, like if one of these predators, even if they're translucent, if they're to the left of you, you're going to feel a chill on your left side or a tingle or the hair. If it's behind you, you're going to feel that hair on the back of your neck. If it's in front of you, you'll get the goose pimples. Also, you'll have that feeling. And the way to locate them also is whenever you have that feeling on your left side, turn to the left and keep turning, and you'll feel that same feeling on your right side. Turn right back It's kind of like honing in on them.
Yeah, I actually that's how I started, seeing them. Noticed I didn't notice I was doing that till you kept watching your videos and stuff. I kind of caught on to that.
Yeah, yeah, good, good. That's so awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
And then also, what we talk about with the mind protection technique is you have to not think whenever you feel that zap or that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your body says, let's get back in the house, get back in the house. But that's the program before this technique. Tell your body, okay, let's go to the house. But now you're going to use the mind protection technique, which is don't think about the past, don't think about the present, and don't think about the future, and don't talk to yourself. Once you say go into the house, that's your only thought, last thought. Don't think no more, go. But clear that mind of no thoughts whatsoever, and that will build a protective barrier for your mind so that mind speak doesn't come through, that dizziness doesn't come through, or even if you start feeling dizzy, use this technique and it will go away.
Okay.
It protects your mind from these mind speaks and invasion.
Okay.
And teach that to your children too.
I sure will.
And also, do not dream. Tell yourself, I am not going to dream tonight. Only dream if you need something. And also tell the children, don't be dreaming, because these creatures, through mind speak, that dreaming is an open door, and they can get into those dreams and get into the child's minds, get those nightmares going, get that energy up, and they'll feed off that energy.
Okay.
And I know this is a lot on you at one time, but just tell yourself, don't dream. And if you feel like you're going into a dream, pull yourself back out.
Okay.
Don't dream at all, and you're protected, and your body will get rest.
All right.
Now, your energy body will protect you, and you also have spiritual protection. Everybody has this. So also when you're laying down, instruct your body, while I'm resting, protect my body.
Okay.
Now, the children have to do it also for themselves.
Okay.
They have to say, protect me while I sleep,
Yeah.
And if they wake up in the middle of the night, that means go find mama or go find grandma. If they wake up, that energy body has woken them up saying there's something here, we need to move.
Okay.
And listen to your body. It's there to protect you and help you through everything.
Okay. I sure thank you for all this information.
Yeah. All right, let's keep talking. What else is going on? What's in the neighborhood? Has anybody reported anything? Are there any close friends who might have talked about things in the area? Or
yeah, actually, it's a guy that lives down the road from me. Said he rides his 4-wheeler down a trail to his grandmother's house, and he said the other day he had to turn around because he just got this bad feeling, and he felt like he was being watched. And I said, well, me and you need to have a talk. So I told him, yeah, you're being watched.
yeah.
And then when I told him, I was shocked because I figured he'd call me crazy or something. But he said, I believe. So he came up today, and we've been talking some more about it, different things. I told him stuff that I was learning and everything. So I told him, to see if he could try to talk to more people around here and, see if anybody else has experienced anything.
Yeah.
So that we, needed to get together and talk about it. But I told him, I said, they're predators and we need to protect ourselves and band together. So
you're so awesome. I've noticed more women are taking that warrior responsibility for their families. They're saying, to me, it's like they're saying, our men are out there playing Nintendo and eating chips while we know what's going on. It's like the mothers and the grandmothers are the ones, getting ready for all this and protecting everybody. And we need our young men ready and tracking and looking for things like that.
Yeah, we sure do.
Sure do. So we know we got at least one good ally for you, that this man who's seen this or had that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to keep branching out. We need to start communicating, even if you, and I know how it is, because I'm from the country myself, and I know how it is about going up to the neighbor's house who we probably hadn't talked in 20 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's also ways of, like accidentally running into them at the grocery store,
Oh yeah.
or just, hey, we're having disturbances over at our place. Have you noticed anything? Because this other rancher has one too. We're just trying to, pinpoint where all these things are happening.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, or mostly 10 times out of 10, especially in these areas, people are going to say, yeah, we've got things going on, disturbances, or chickens are missing, or pets, or something.
Okay.
Also, look at your, if I know this is homework, and maybe someone might also help you with this, but try to get a deer tag, from like the last 3 years of deer tags, like how many deers were taken 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
Okay.
That's going to show you a decrease in the food supply, that these things are in the area.
All right. I sure will do that.
And since they're so close to you, they keep a small herd of deer, young ones that they can control.
Okay.
And they'll let you every now and then see one deer or two deers. That's normality. They want to keep you from saying, hey, there's no animals in the forest. They're going to keep one or two as just normality.
Okay.
They will also use small pets like dogs or chihuahua size, not the bigger ones, but those are also to lure children into the forest and people.
Oh wow.
So be careful if you hear dogs in the forest. Tell your children, you hear a puppy in the forest, you come get grandma.
Okay.
Do not go into that forest. Yes.
Yeah, another thing I've noticed too, I didn't know we had these here in Alabama. Is ocelot, I think is what they're called. The cat. It's a few of them been crossing like down next to where in the curve from my house.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's called, ocelot.
Yeah, I believe that's right too.
It's got a funny looking nose on it and got like beautiful coat on it. It's like the black spots with the golden brown looking. I guess that's how I can explain it.
Yeah, and you're gonna see, if those animals are in the area, you're gonna see Bigfoots that look like that from one side or the other.
Okay.
And whatever, now just multiply the vicious look on that cat compared to the 15-footer. I mean, put that on a 15-footer.
I sure don't want to see that.
I know, but we got to prepare for it, and we got to prepare everybody for this, because if we're not prepared for this, and people, when they see these things, they're not prepared for them.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And another
thing I remember, I just thought about it, is that same night or the same evening I seen that 17-footer, right before I seen him, I heard this, the only way I can explain this laugh like thing I heard, the sound, it's kind of like a hyena.
Yeah. I have the DVD that we made, and it's a really very important DVD, and it has more than all of this.
Okay, I'm planning on getting that. So
yeah, this, and if you can, I would invite some neighbors.
Yeah.
Let's just sit down and watch a movie for 2 hours, and then after that, we could talk all we want. But
okay, that's what I'll do then. I didn't even think about that. That's why I'll suggest that to him and see if he can get some more people, and I'll go ahead and order it, and we'll do that.
Yeah, and when afterwards, since all of y'all are going to be able to watch it, you're all going to understand.
Okay.
And you know you're going to have some and we tell you how to deter, but you've been listening for a while, so I know that you know to push that brush line back, get those dark areas out,
Yeah.
get those shadows, know every shadow, know where every shadow is supposed to be every time of the day.
Okay.
I've been I got water here and I've just been talking and talking and the voice was getting worse and worse. Hmm. Okay, so you have people who can also check randomly. You need to change your habits. You need to change schedules. You need to change everything.
Okay.
And if you stay at home a lot, or if you can, don't go out. You know, I know a lot of kids like to go out and play every day, but spend like even a week inside and just observe everything outside.
Okay.
You know, find a window, find every tree that's every in that area, that every bush, and remember it. Then go to the next one, or even take a picture of that one. Go to the next one and do that periodically, and you're gonna see. Wait a minute, that bush is not supposed to be there.
Yes, that's the reason why I have so many pictures. I've already did
Oh,
that.
all right, that's so awesome.
That's why I have so many, I caught them in the pictures because I'll, take a picture of each little spot.
That's so awesome. You're way ahead of a lot of people. A lot of people don't even know to do that, and they don't even know these things are right next to them.
Yeah, I want more people to know about that. I'm trying to get the word out as much as I can.
We are here too. We're sharing and talking with as many people, and we're building our community also. And where there's still a couple more people we have to go and visit and kind of gently kind of talk with them about it.
Yeah.
But some of our neighbors already have our DVD, so they know now. And so we're at that point where if you need anything, you call us. That kind of thing now.
Yeah, that's great.
That is. All we got to do is pick up the phone. We got backup here, and all they got to do is pull up a phone, and they got backup.
Yeah.
And also, we need night vision for you. And I got mine on Amazon. It doesn't have to be I think mine costs like $240 or something. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
But there's also, it's called an infrared flashlight that you should get with it, because that gives you another maybe 200-300 yards out there.
Okay.
And I also bought this little handheld thermal also on Amazon. I think that was 150, but I bought them at different times, how I could.
Yeah.
And so now at least I've got enough thermal and enough night vision to see far enough to know to get ready, or everything's clear for right now.
Okay.
And you can use that night vision during the day in those dark shadows.
Oh, okay.
It's very handy. Also, a Bigfoot will herd deer towards hunters, and you'll see this in the video also, but they use the animals also to cause the wrecks, or they'll walk across that road by themselves to get people to stop.
Oh, wow.
Or they'll have those people run into a deer or or a hog to cause a wreck, and they get to eat the pig, the deer, and 9 times out of 10 they'll drink the blood from that person, and that person will be, in a car wreck, and it wouldn't be a fatal thing, but it is now.
Oh, yeah.
And if people get out of that vehicle, there's creatures waiting in that ditch or that wood line for them to get out of that vehicle.
Okay.
So have people be wary and, bright lights and cautious about animals. And there's also what we call a drop and pop. Now, this is like a regular gravel road or even your driveway. They'll put little bones or things in your driveway so that it causes you a flat tire. or on your dirt roads, we call this a drop and pop, but you'll go over one rock, and when you come back over it, there's a sharp one there that's going to puncture that tire.
Okay.
So watch for those also. We call them drop and pop. So
Okay.
make sure you know where you're driving. Like what we do is we have the driver, that's all they do. They're watching the road, they're watching for stones. That's all they do. We're the ones who look in the ditches and the trees and on the side. So
Okay.
if we can get people to have their children or even whoever you're with, y'all watch the wood line. I'm watching the road,
Yeah.
And those kids know what to look for. They'll spot something quicker than anybody.
They sure will. They sure will.
And their energy senses it quicker too because it's stronger.
Yeah.
Because they'll turn around and they'll just turn around, or they could be doing a 360 15 turn spin and still stop if they feel or see something.
Yeah.
They'll
I've noticed that with my youngest grandson.
Yeah. They our energies are there to protect us. We just have to listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to talk with you though, April.
It sure is. I've learned so much.
It's great to share this information because we love helping people, and we know that these are serious situations for people.
Oh yeah.
And we just got to be as whenever but you'll see also in that video how we track and everything, and the reason we had to do more voiceovers is because we don't talk while we're tracking.
Oh yeah.
We're using hand signals, or and if you do hear us talking, it's at a low whisper, and it's just to make sure everybody knows what we're doing, because there is a part in the film where we do have to whisper, but that's because we knew that we had Bigfoots just like maybe 100 yards from us.
Hello?
What's the pets barking at?
That's what I got up for, because I had a bad feeling.
Yeah, check on that.
Okay, my grandkids are in the house. I know that, but I'm just looking around trying to make sure I don't see anything, because my dogs don't normally do that.
Yeah.
I have big pit bulls.
Yeah, I hear you.
They don't normally act like that. So usually when they do that, that's when I start seeing like these orbs flying. I can see it with my naked eye.
Yeah.
And then I just get my camera and start taking pictures or film it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the animals will tell you, the children will tell you, it's a good thing you're all inside. Whenever you have any kind of act, or dogs or anything act up like that, let's back it up, get in the house, make sure everybody's secure, find out what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Everybody's in the house. So.
Good. And also, I know that a good game to play is called the quiet game.
Oh yeah.
And when we do this, let's also turn off the air conditioner. Let's turn off the hood vents. Let's turn off every fan, every ceiling fan, unplug TVs, radios, everything. Let's just sit and listen.
Yeah, you bring that up. My grandmother used to do that with us when we were little.
She knew she was protecting you.
She sure had to.
Yep. Ours did, but they knew it was fearful. They didn't want to scare us.
Yeah.
But now we're the adults.
Yeah. I'll set my grandkids down and just flat out told them, and then was surprised at what they told me back. Cause, I want my family to be protected. I'm not keeping, I don't want to scare them, but I want them to know. Yeah,
you want to. Just what we teach ours is this is warrior training.
Yes.
Because warriors are quiet. We want to know what's going on. We want the predator to make the first mistake. And if you have a car alarm, every time you hear a noise near the house, beep that horn.
Okay.
And sometimes may beep it 2 or 3 times just to let it know we heard you, and this alarm is going off, and that alarm also will catch your attention as far as every time I make a noise, it goes off.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything right now, so I guess dogs must have scared them off.
Whenever y'all went quiet, and don't take this for granted that they've left.
Yeah.
Because they can hold their scent and the dogs won't even know they're there. I've been in the brush line and dogs not even pick me up, and I'm only like 10 or 15 foot away from them.
Okay.
So the dogs can sense it and they can smell them, but these creatures can hold their scent also to a no scent.
Okay.
So this would be that time I would take pictures of everything outside to look for anything different that's not supposed to be there.
Oh, I plan to. I sure plan to. So I'm looking around now really good.
Yeah, and this is not to teach children fear. This is to teach warriors how to prepare.
Okay.
Because warriors prepare this way. We teach from a young age, and we use the most war-tested warriors that we have. So, anyone that's been, even like you, I know you're a strong woman. So teach these children to be strong,
Yeah.
but also teach them to be aware of their surroundings.
Okay.
Be safe first, then enjoy the area.
Yeah. You still there, Jerry?
I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'm listening in the background for any sounds or anything. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm right here with you. Hear a bird.
Yep.
It's still out there.
Yep.
Find a bird.
Okay, I just found the answer. Back to that one.
Okay.
And I just throw a rock at it. So.
Good. Good.
And there goes the fly.
There you go. You're not prey today.
Huh?
You're not prey today.
Oh, no, sir.
Not tomorrow either.
No. I do this every day. I'm out here scanning and paying attention.
Yeah, even if you see a crow and as far as you can see it, you still keep your eye on it and it will still leave because it can see from that far.
Okay.
So even if there's crows flying above you, find one crow, just one out of that whole mess of them, keep your eye on it and they'll all leave. But you have to watch that crow until it is so far out of sight you can't see it again. You got to keep your eye on it because once you turn, they're all going to come back.
Okay.
But I think we talked about this on the videos before, though. But
yeah, I think so. I remember that.
Yeah, I was just giving you a freshen up or an up fresh, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Refresher.
Yeah, they got really quiet now, so that's good.
What did your grandkids tell you?
They're all quiet right now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. We call that the symphony whenever they all quiet down at one time. That means they're watching right now.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, they want to know what you're going to do. They want to know if, hey, there's no disturbance, there's no dog barking, there's no birds. Maybe they'll come out now. Mm-hmm. But now is whenever we know they're observing, so now is when we observe.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times, what we do whenever that silence comes is we'll pull out our 12-inch knives and start sharpening them.
Okay.
Also, put shotguns, put weapons to where if they look in your window, they see a shotgun, they see a handgun, they see that if they come through this window, they've got a shotgun waiting on them.
Okay.
Let them see those weapons. But don't go out and shoot those weapons because they'll get a distance of that weapon.
Okay.
But just showing them is enough for them to know that they don't know what kind of weapon that is. They know it's a weapon and it can kill them.
Okay.
And even when you go outside, take that shotgun with you.
All right.
And if you don't have a pistol or something, make sure you got something in your hand that looks like one.
Okay.
Even the kids but don't have kids running around playing bang bang.
Oh no.
You know.
Yeah, all my grandkids know how to shoot a gun.
Good.
Went
Good.
through that firearm training, like making sure they know about gun safety and everything. So.
Yeah. So let's be just a little quiet for just a little while, maybe 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
And let's just see what we can hear and what we don't hear.
Okay.
Wherever that whippoorwill is, you
Yeah, I
got,
got him. I know where he's at.
okay. Is there a light on in that room closest to that?
Yes.
It's signaling that your light is on, that someone's in that room.
Okay. So do I need to turn the light out?
Okay, when you turn that light off, close the door, stay to the side of the window, and it'll quit. It wants to know if you left or not.
Okay. I don't hear him anymore.
We're confusing them. There you go.
Thank you so much.
I'm just happy you're listening. Just happy you're using the techniques and doing it. You're the one doing it, not me. I mean, you're the one doing it.
I sure appreciate the information, though.
and they do these things and they use those sounds. So, they're talking, and those certain sounds, they're saying there's someone in that room right there. They're over here. But when you shut that light off, then they're like, well, where'd they go? So but if you can, and I know a lot of people, it's kind of hard to, because the prices now, but if you can keep like a living room light on or something, not every night, periodically, like maybe from 2 to 5 in the morning, the next night from 11 to 4, the next night from 7 to 3, one night, all night, you got to let them know we don't know when they're awake.
Okay.
You got to change everything up. You got to change it all up.
Okay. I sure will be doing that.
Yeah, because those our routines, habits, and schedules help them trap us.
Okay.
And they will try to lure those children. So we got to teach them to be warriors. Tomorrow, whenever you can get a chance, let's make some what we call traps.
Okay.
And that's all we're gonna do is go outside and rake around your windows and your doors and your porches, and rake to where that there's no, to where when it's raked down, you know if anything stepped there or not.
Okay, I sure will.
And those are called track traps. We clear it out so they can step on it, so we know how close they're coming and when they're coming.
Okay.
And keep up with taking those pictures in those spots. Also,
yeah, sure.
where you cook, there's a vent that goes outside.
Do I know? Oh yeah.
Okay, I think we talked about that on the videos also. I don't know. And that was
yeah.
Yeah, where we we clean it out, and then we, like, every night we'll put a fresh Clorox rag and stuff it up in there
Okay.
because they're going to come and smell what you're eating.
Okay.
And they're also going to do that around the bathroom. They do the bathroom, and if your house is on blocks, they'll go under, and also they'll mess up your piping and things like that.
Okay.
But they also want to get underneath you. But that they come and smell those vents. So whenever they smell that vent, you're going to hear them go,
Okay.
because they just got a big whiff of Clorox. And also, if you can get mirrors, periodically put them in the window. Make sure that they pretty well fit to that window.
Okay.
Put it in that window because they don't like to look at themselves either. And you're
right.
and you're gonna hear that same noise. It's gonna go because they don't like even looking at themselves. So this will give them away also.
Okay.
And also, as much as you can record.
Okay, I sure will.
And then as whenever you can get us some film and more photos and things like that, we'll go through them because we know you now. You know, we talked, you know.
Yeah.
and sometimes I do have to apologize, but people just take me different whenever we don't talk, whenever it's just one word answers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
People take me different as being quick mouth, whatever, but until we talk,
no.
yeah,
I'm used to that. I have family like that. I'm used to that. It's like one word.
yeah. But when we get a chance to talk like this, everybody gets to understand that, you know, we're just the same people. We're just here to, you know, help each other through this.
Yeah.
And that's all we're doing. It's helping each other.
Yes.
I do want to ask you, what did the kids say they saw, or could we even hear their words exactly? Can they?
Okay. Right now I think my daughter has them in the tub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My oldest one told me just last week that he seen a 7. I measured it had to be a 17-footer. Peeping in the windows through my front door. I have like a front door that has like the oval shaped window.
Yeah.
With the in it, and so that it had like the afro hair on its head. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same one could have followed me from Bibb County or if it's a different one, but that's what he described. And my youngest grandson said the other day when he was walking with my daughter that he seen a Bigfoot across the road. So it's like a little road across from my house that's got gravel rocks on it that they'll walk on. And he said he seen one while they were walking.
Hey, do you have relatives or friends you can visit for about a week?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not pack anything. Let's just put like you're going to the store.
Okay.
And I'm sure your sister or whoever's got clothes you can borrow. But because right now these things are comfortable and they're close.
Yeah.
So also close all your windows and cover up all the sheets and everything so they can't see in.
Yeah, I've already did that. I have all my windows covered with blankets and stuff. Like
okay.
After
and like tomorrow, set that trap, you know, clean up, and then make sure everybody's ready to go. And then like you're going for lunch, but go at a time that's not a normal time for you to be leaving the house.
Okay.
And just go visit for a week.
Okay, just the whole week.
Just the whole week. We just need you out there for right now because these things are too comfortable with you.
Okay.
And they're too comfortable around these kids.
Outside, so
okay.
I think we're about to get a thunderstorm.
Actually, is there anyone you can visit tonight?
Yes, I'll have my brother.
Okay. Go there tonight because thunder and lightning will be coming to your house tonight there.
Okay.
So let's get to your brother's house just tonight.
Okay, I sure will.
Okay. Hey, April,
okay,
let's stay in touch with this.
I sure will.
And give me an update when you get to your brothers on Messenger.
Okay.
And we'll let those guys go bang make noise all they want while nobody's at home to get.
Okay.
All right, April.
All right. I sure appreciate it, Jerry.
Yeah.
Good night.
Anytime. You have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right, April. Well, tomorrow night, we're going to keep up with this actually, because and everyone else also, if you have thunderstorms in your area, be wary of thunder and lightning. Hear thunder, find thunder. You see lightning, find that lightning. Don't take it for granted, and don't think that these creatures right now are friendly. But everybody be safe. Tomorrow night we will be back. We have another guest who wants to share some experiences and some updates. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. again. We will be back with more information, and we can help more people. Also, the Bigfoot documentary, $101. You can get that through here through the comments or on my Facebook page. I do have a flyer up now. Or also on this YouTube channel, I put up a small video, which actually I'm going to go ahead and put that up now for everybody in case you haven't Okay, so everyone, have a great night. We will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. More information and more things that you do need to know. So make sure you come back. Let's share some more. Everybody be safe. See you tomorrow.